A kiln in which clay and mud are fired to make bricks, one of thousands in Pakistan. All monuments to misery. There might not be any fences, but anyone who lives here is effectively a prisoner, condemned to lifelong slavery. Muhammad Riaz and his wife Nasim have been making bricks since they were children, each up to 1,000 a day, every day, until they're physically exhausted.
With our 4 children, all I can manage right now are 200 to 300 bricks. That's not enough to live on.
Their children's future is already mapped out.
Our children have to go out collecting clay from as early an age as possible instead of going to school. It's the only option.
Once their quota has been reached, which often means 12 hours solid work, they go home. A tiny yard and a one-room cell with a crumbling roof and walls. They eat what they can afford with the pittance they earn, the equivalent of €8 a day. Half of it is deducted to repay their debts.
2 of my children were taken ill, and I had to have a doctor come. They died anyway, and I had to borrow money to pay for their burial. What am I going to pay it back with?
And escaping to build up a new life elsewhere is simply not possible. Brickmaking is the only job they've ever had. Those who do manage to flee are tracked down and forced to return.
If we run away, they'll find us and torture us. We can't do anything except kill ourselves. We live worse than animals.
The desperate plight of indentured kiln workers is the subject of an exhibition half an hour's drive away in Pakistan's cultural capital, Lahore. The host for the opening is Saeeda Fatima from the Bonded Labor Liberation Front of Pakistan. As a teenager, Fatima worked at a brick kiln herself in order to experience the workers' suffering firsthand.
To see the women, young girls, raped by the owners, raped by the masters, raped by their agents, all workers, children, they are suffering a very, very pathetic life.
Fatima's dedication has come at a cost. Here she's being beaten by police at a demonstration. There have also been several assassination attempts on her and her family.
When my brother became permanent disabled, and he was at that time the student of first year. And I myself was also, and one my brother succeeded to save himself because he can run very fast.
That hasn't stopped her from turning up in brick factories to help enslaved workers flee. She and her organization have smuggled out almost 100,000 to date and protected them from being caught by their exploiters. Their plight is often just the beginning of a long process of liberation.
They kidnapped and tortured my son and demanded a ransom. I went to the police with Fatima, but they don't do anything.
The authorities did nothing, although the law is clear. Slavery is forbidden and a minimum wage is compulsory. But the regional government saw no need to act.
They are always getting wages above them, the minimum wages. So there's no question of any bonded labor or any cheap labor. It's all market-based.
The secretary insisted nothing was amiss. But 2 days later, there's a surprise. Fatima and her husband are overjoyed when they read the paper. There's been a raid on the brickworks and arrests because the minimum wage was not being paid. Evidently, the secretary had been prompted to take action by the coverage the story was getting in the international media. But while Fatima receives growing support and funding from abroad, in Pakistan, she's largely on her own.
Police is the part of this system of bonded labor. So government must direct to the police. But again I will come to there, that police is under influence the parliamentarian.
Nevertheless, she wants to celebrate the good news with people directly affected. She pays a spontaneous visit to one of the many brick kilns in the area. It's a holiday and work is temporarily suspended. Fatima is welcomed as a heroine. For a short time, joy and even the determination to fight have returned to the compound. The workers shout, "Stop exploitation!" and "Long live Fatima! Fatima, help us get our rights!" Looking on is one of the site's supervisors. He sees Fatima and our TV camera, but instead of intervening, he has to listen to Fatima promising liberation to the workers.
We're fighting a long battle, but soon there will be an end to making bricks for schools our own children can't attend.
Behind her, smoke rises from the chimney. For now, it remains a symbol of brutal oppression. But someday, Saida Fatima hopes it will be just another ordinary factory smokestack, surrounded by workers who earn fair wages of their own free will.